Hi and welcome to British Girl Bakes. I'm Emily and I'm going to show you how to prepare and arrange flowers on a cake. Start by preparing your flowers. To avoid eating pesticides, buy organic flowers and rinse them well. Cut them a few inches below the head of the flower. Using floral tape, we're going to make mini bouquets, a bit like boutonnieres. Group your flowers together in small clusters and wrap floral tape tightly around the stems to hold them together. Floral tape is great because it's easy to tear off from the ream and it sticks to itself as you wrap, so you don't need sticky tape. Once you have your mini bouquets all taped up, use cling film or plastic wrap to cover up the tape. This is important to protect the cake from any liquid that comes out of the cut stems. Now you're going to insert the wrapped stems into a straw. I like boba straws because they're wide enough for most mini bouquets, but you can use regular straws if your stems are thinner. Your straw should fit snugly around the stems. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please click the subscribe button. I upload a new cake decorating tutorial every week. Now for the fun part, decorating your cake. Decide where you want your flowers to go and then trim the straws so they're only slightly longer than the stems. Then push the straws into your cake. Be confident. You'll have to push quite hard, but if you're worried about your fingers slipping, you can use scissors to push them in instead. Push them all the way in to cover the straw and any plastic wrap sticking out above the straw. I'm going to add another mini bouquet here because the flowers look like they're hovering above the cake. When you insert the straws, be aware of where your cake ends and the cake board starts, because your straws obviously aren't strong enough to push all the way through the cardboard of a cake board. So for this bottom tier, I'm pushing the straw in horizontally, just above where I know the cake board is. For the top of the cake, you're going to do exactly the same thing. Decide where you want your flowers to go and push the straws into the cake. It's a good idea to chill your cake before doing this, because if your frosting is soft, the flowers or leaves might smudge the frosting. Remember to check the back of the cake to make sure the straws aren't exposed. I'm putting in one final mini bouquet, and there it is! Alternatively, if you don't want to stick straws into your cake, or if you want to be able to put the flowers on top at the last minute, you can create an arrangement. Use a cake pan the same size as your cake to make sure the arrangement is to scale. Trim the stems of your flowers so they're a bit longer than half of the pan. Then take 2 bunches of flowers and wrap the stems together using floral tape. Do this for all of your flowers and greenery. For flowers that have leaves lower down on their stem, I like to pull the leaves off and arrange them myself, so they provide more coverage at the top of the stem to frame the flower. If your leaves are bigger than half of the width of your pan, you can cut the base of the leaves to give yourself room to wrap the floral tape. I'm planning out my arrangement, and I'm going to place a single flower on top, so I'm not attaching that to any other flowers, but I'm still wrapping it with floral tape, so the stem doesn't leak any liquid onto my cake. Next, wrap the floral tape with plastic wrap. Then arrange your flowers and use more floral tape to group them together. The front should be the prettiest, but make sure the back looks okay too. You can cover any visible plastic wrap with flowers or leaves. Store your flower arrangement in the fridge to keep them cool and fresh. And now you can just lift up your flower arrangement and place it on top of your cake. This cake is for a rustic wedding. To see how to make the cake, watch my tutorial on how to make a semi-naked cake. Remember to subscribe to my channel for new cake decorating tutorials every week.